Hi everybody, Tom Guile. Today is Monday, May 4th, bringing you the latest real estate and economic information for the Portland metro area. Last week when we spoke, we were talking about things like V-shaped curves and U-shaped curves as experts were talking about the anticipated recovery. I just want to bring you some news here that we definitely are seeing an uptick in some recovery in the Portland real estate market. So let's dive into the latest information. So taking a look at last week's leading indicators, looking at new listings, we had 549 new listings. That's up 7% from the week before. Pending sales were 529. That's up 15% from the week before. And lockbox opens are showing some similar types of trends. They're up about 12% from the week before. So we're definitely seeing some more activity in the real estate market here in Portland. These two graphs do a good job of just laying things out and painting a picture for what we've been seeing over the last 8 weeks or so. You can see, taking a look at the graphs, we saw a pretty steep decline both in listing activity and pending sales as we got into the middle of March, as we started getting in shelter in place. And then we started seeing some a bottoming out in April, and then seeing some increased activity as we got towards the end of the month. So we're seeing that both in lockbox opens and in listings and pending sales. I like these two graphs because they show a year-over-year activity, and we can compare how we're doing this year versus last year. It's actually pretty interesting. New listings, as you can see, we were a little bit ahead of schedule coming into this situation into the middle of March. Interesting enough, last year, the middle of March also dropped off. I've got to think it had to do with some seasonality and spring break, but we did not see the bounce back this year that we saw last year. And new listings remained relatively flat, and we're starting to see an uptick in the end of April, so that's great. Pending sales, definitely a different story. We dropped off like we did on new listings, saw a bottom out, but then are seeing a pretty steady increase in pending sales from about the third week of April on. So looking at that pending sales, we're almost at the point this year where we're at last year. So we've seen a pretty decent recovery of pending sales, which is great news for the real estate market. So what does that mean for home prices? I'm sure that's on everyone's mind. Here's what, we follow a number of industry experts. Here's what a couple of them are saying. One is Ivy Zelman, the president of Zelman Associates. The other one is from Mark Fleming, who's the chief economist at First American. And they're really saying the same thing, that, and this is what we've been hearing for several weeks now, that we're expecting housing prices to remain pretty stable. We're not expecting a decrease in housing prices, but we're not expecting some rapid growth, and then start to increase in that 2 to 3% range as we get out into the end of 2020 into 2021. So pretty stable market prices, and that's being caused and propped up by a couple things. One, interest rates, we've talked about them before, super low, and also low inventory. So those are really keeping prices stable right now. Just kind of mirrors what Vicki and I have been seeing in the marketplace as realtors. We're seeing pretty strong activity, although it's just a little bit lower than what we're seeing last year. We got a buyer under contract this last week. That buyer happened to be up against multiple offers, and we got them under contract and into their new home, and they're very excited. They're first-time home buyers, so that's great. We've got a new listing coming on in Tigard, so we've got people coming on and listing their homes too. So just if you have any questions about the market, or if you're interested in buying or selling, reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to talk to you about it. Also, keep in touch with us on social media. Here's some links. We're going to be posting all the time about just what we're doing in the community, as we're doing several giveaways to local businesses here in the community, trying to help them out too. So watch us on social media, both Facebook and Instagram. Give us a call, give us shoot me an email. We'd love to talk to you about the market and what's going on, or just any other questions or support you may need during these challenging times that we're going through. We'd love to hear from you.